Hi, I'm Tony Pike. We're here live from GTC 2024, and I'm talking with John Parkhill, Director of Machine Learning at Terray Therapeutics. John, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
You know, there's so much great work that your company and ours, we've been doing, this partnership, and I really think about, all the different use cases, the applications that we talk about in AI, and so many times I find myself saying, well, enterprise is not like science and, academia or anything, but literally I'm standing here next to someone who is doing incredible things in, the furthest frontiers of scientific exploration, right? Things that ultimately could impact all of us watching this, right? So maybe to start this off, can you share with us a little bit about the vision and mission of Terray Therapeutics?
Sure. So Terray is a drug discovery company. We believe that data is really the key unlock that's going to advance our field and make it easier to bring human beings therapeutics. We developed a technology called Terray, which is a iterative, very high throughput assay for measuring the interaction of molecules with protein targets that are implicated in disease. This technology, over the last year, we've measured 2.6 billion different interactions, and every month we add 300 million or so, and then we distill all those pieces of data into machine learning models, and we're very much a humans in the loop drug discovery company. So my team, the machine learning team, builds models that molecular design scientists and medicinal chemists can use to drastically accelerate how quickly they can progress molecules into the clinic.
It's incredible, and I think about, I've heard the proverbial, it takes 10 years and $1 billion or something like that to bring a new drug to market. And sometimes I think we trivialize that. It's this great soundbite, but I'd love to know really how would you describe the before and after with the advent of the technology that you and your team is using, and before that, if you can kind of paint us a picture of that.
Sure, so drug design is a very, very difficult problem. It requires a lot of persistence. In the past, you have many dimensions of a drug that you need to optimize: potency, cross-activity, and each data point was extremely expensive and laborious to produce. And so the quality of models that you could produce to guide and predict how successful you would be with a molecule had very limited predictive power. And as a result of that, historically, drug design has been a bit like gold mining, where you start with some material that seems like a good lead, and then you kind of follow veins of activity to try to optimize your properties. And you never have a high degree of confidence that when you try something, it's going to work. But because when we approach a problem, we have 10 to the 7th data points, and we have models informed on all of the proteins in the kinome and things like that, we can provide medicinal chemists with an actual odds, 20%, 30% that something is going to work. So it turns it into an engineering problem for them, and it's very rewarding to see them adapt to this new regime of how they can work.
It's incredible. You have a team of people that are probably doing their life's most important work on your platform and also for incredibly important reasons, right? And I kind of wonder, as you scale and as you build more and more complex models and you try to improve the efficacy and the productivity of your people, how do you manage feedback? How do you build that virtuous loop to ensure that the models and the applications are that much better each time?
I think the big lesson of the LLM phenomenon is just how important human interaction and human interface has been. And people are this great resource, and if you provide the models to them in a way which is intuitive and which really gets them the key information that they need to make decisions and accumulate data from different sources, then you get the most out of them and you progress the most rapidly. So we try to have a really tight iteration schedule, and NVIDIA's partnership is actually key to this. Being able to iterate models quickly on DGX Cloud and get those to people over the scale of weeks is critical to our success. And I'm always looking for new tricks. One trick that we have is we try to have a small group of scientists, one or two, own basically a model so that they have a holistic vision and they even interact with the people who are going to use it. but I'm always looking for more.
And I have to thank you for mentioning DGX Cloud. As the DGX guy, obviously I'm excited to hear about the incredible work. I'd love to just get any comments you have on what the partnership has meant to you, to your team, and how it has enabled the efficacy of the team that's trying to do this work.
Yeah, there's a bunch of key models that we've deployed that we've been able to do in a short period of time because of DGX Cloud. We're a drug discovery company. We're not building a new Kubernetes or something like that. A lot of machine learning work is using infra that was for making web apps. And it's not perfectly suited to the GPU case. And then with DGX Cloud, we really get a product that's been dog-fooded on NVIDIA's internal research teams. And we get really high training performance. And we start training runs with single commands. We get good telemetry. And pretty often, I'll Slack NVIDIA at 1 a.m. and get a response. And it's been very great. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Well, we are thankful for the partnership and the incredible work that you and your team are doing, and we're excited about what comes next. So in the meantime, I want to thank you for being part of this today, and I want to thank our guests. Thank you for watching, and be sure to explore more sessions in the GTC catalog.